Afternoon, and thank you everybody for coming. My friends and supporters here with me. Today I'm going to address very briefly the reason why I'm running and where I'm running from. I'm running for US Congress from District 5, which consists of Almont, Valley Stream, South Floral Park, Inwood, all the way to Richmond Hill, and the communities that are included in between are Jamaica, Jamaica Hills, Hollis, Kew Garden, South Ozone Park, Far Rockaway, Kew Gardens, South Flushing, Fresh Meadows, Rosedale, and Queens Village. I hope I have not missed any other place, but these are the main places. And the elections are on June 28th. I'm running in Democratic primary against an incumbent who has been in office for 18 years. The real elections are going to be held on June 28th because this district has 260,000 Democratic registered voters and only about 32,000 Republican registered voters. So obviously, whoever will have the Democratic nomination will win in November. So the important thing is for everybody to come out on June 28th and vote and support me. And why you should do that? The reasons are very clear. This is the agenda that I am running on. First of all, a couple of brief words about myself. I came to America in 1984, went to University of Bridgeport, Connecticut, and since then I have been very active in my communities and neighborhood as a businessman and somebody who cared about the diverse communities around me. I'm running for US Congress because I'm sick and tired of our absentee representative who are in the office but away from people. Everywhere I go, I hear the same thing. We don't know who our congressman is. We have never seen him and never met him. And if you look at the agenda on which I am running, the number one item is ending political corruption. Those of you who read news on a regular basis are very well aware that many of our elected officials have been arrested or are under investigation. I want to bring honesty and dignity to our representation. I think the people of District 5 deserve much better. The other issue that I want to talk about is immigration. About 60% of the population of District 5 comes from immigrant communities, and they have a lot of issues. I want to resolve this issue, not just talk about it. I will be an advocate, and I will do it without putting our security in danger. And also, I will make sure that our families of those immigrant families who are already here, they are not divided just because some of them are not eligible to live here. I will find a pathway to citizenship. The other very important issue is reforming our criminal justice system. With an African American congressman in office from our district, we expected that he will be a vocal voice to reform the criminal justice system, where unfortunately our jails are run by corporations, private corporations, whose interest is to put more people in jail, because the more people they put in jail, the more money they make. And this is not right. So I'm going to fight for comprehensive reforms in our criminal justice system. And also, if you look around, from Hampstead Turnpike to Liberty Avenue and Jamaica Avenue and other major streets in our district, Hillside Avenue and Liberty Avenue, whatever place you go, it is like these places have a lot of potential for growth and economic development. They should not be an eyesore. They should look beautiful and welcoming. And I will make sure that the resources are there to bring in economic development, and we will do it with the help and support of our community. We will sit down with them. Just like I had done in Almont in 2005, I brought in Sustainable Long Island, which is a professional organization that sits with the community, discuss the local issues, and come up with the solutions, and then together they decide what is best for the community. Not the top telling us what should be in our neighborhood, but we the people telling our leaders what we want in our district. Just like the issue of casino in Almont at the Belmont racetrack. People did not want it, but the elected officials and some people who are totally out of touch with the community, they wanted to bring in casinos over there, and they had to back out. They had to back up because of the pressure from our communities. So I want to make sure that all the communities in Richmond Hill, Kew Gardens, Jamaica, Far Rockaway, all these communities, and I'm going to be talking to these communities very soon in the corner meetings, and we will have other gatherings where I will be talking to press also, in which we will lay out a plan as to what the people in those neighborhoods want and how we can achieve those goals. I am also going to briefly mention my positions on certain key issues. Trade agreements such as TPP are hurting our economy and shipping our jobs overseas. I will make sure that unlike my opponent, who not only signed and supported TPP, but was also a co-founder of the organization known as Friends of TPP, I will work against this agreement and make sure that our jobs stay here. And corporations like United Technologies, who shipped thousands of jobs overseas and still got billions of dollars of defense contracts, that is not going to happen when I am your congressman, because I will make sure that we will put restrictions on those corporations who are shipping our jobs overseas, that they cannot get defense contracts. And also we'll make sure that the corporations who are growing here and providing jobs to our fellow American citizens, people who need to work, they get tax credits. So these are the things that I will work on, and I will end this perpetual war that we are in these business of changing regimes all over the world. I will bring those billions of dollars back into our neighborhood and communities and our countries, and we will make sure that our students get very good qualification and education, and they are not burdened by the college tuition loan. So we are going to end that. We will get resources from those areas by ending the war, and also by putting a tax on Wall Street speculation, and we will end the role of big money, and we will end and overturn Citizen United. So thank you very much. I once again want to request you to please come out on June 28th. The primary election is on June 28th. And if, you know, when good people like you do not come out to vote, then we get representation that is not matched to our desires and our communities and our neighborhood and the great people who live here. So it is very important for the people to come out and vote.